Good morning. We have a little bit of an AC problem going on. Luckily that APU worked beautiful last night, nice and cold still. But that's a different system closed off from the main system. We're not getting very cold air out of here, or not. It's not blowing hard. And I've just been researching it, and it could be frozen. The evaporators in here behind this box, it could be getting frozen. It could be restricted from the filter right above it and right past the hood and the cabin filter. It could be low on Freon, which means you have a small leak. We replaced the compressor and the dryer and the evaporator about 3 months ago. And it's been ice cold ever since. But yesterday, after all that rain, maybe the filter got clogged up a little bit, but it just restricted airflow can cause the evaporator in there, which is essentially the coil, to freeze up, and that's going to stop your airflow from pushing through. But it's been parked all night and the airflow is still not hard, so it could also be the blower motor. So, truck's what? 7 years old? Not 17. 7 years old, blower motor could be out. It's about a $170 part. Peace of mind, I'm probably just going to go to Volvo and grab one and get some expansion valves while I'm there too. Maybe an O-ring kit, and just kind of get everything tightened up again, refill it, change the cabin filter, and see if that fixes our problem. But yeah, you need to have cold AC out here because it was hot yesterday. It was still nice and cold if you put your hand close to it, but it's just not getting power. So it makes me think blower motor. Makes me think it might be frozen in there. But we'll see. We shall get to the bottom of it. God bless. Good morning. So if you do end up buying a Volvo, you don't just search Volvo trucks, you search Vanguard, V-A-N-G-U-A-R-D. Vanguard is what their dealership network is called. So there's one here in Savannah. So I got up here this morning, and this is where we will get the OEM parts like the blower motor and stuff. And just researching a little bit more. I don't really know if the blower motor is going to be it. It could be the capacitor, the resistor, I mean. Sometimes if it goes bad, it can shut it down to 50% power, which seems like that's what it's doing, because it's still going through a progression, changing the speed 1, 2, 3, and 4, but it's just like half as weak as it normally should be. So that could be part of the problem. We'll see what they think. We'll see where that's located. I know where the blower motor is. It's not an easy fix, but I've already taken apart the whole box to get the evaporator brand new. So I know how to get that blower motor out. It slides out. It's super easy. Once you've done it, you know how to do it. I'll do a video of it if I do that. I might just replace it because, hey, we'll just have a new one. It's been 7 years, but it does seem like 7 years is not too bad for a blower motor. It still should work. And it's still blowing, it's just not blowing full speed. So maybe it's the capacitor on there, or maybe it is the filter, but it just doesn't seem like a filter would cause it to blow this week. So we'll check the filter, check that, we'll talk to these people. We have Vanguard. You can see it right there. I'll take a picture. Vanguard, Mac, Volvo, and there's the good old Cummins symbol, because that's why I bought Cummins, because pretty much everywhere can service them. All right, let's start off our AC service day. Stay out of the way of the rest of these trucks. Good stuff. Sorry about the noise, but keeping the cabin cool with the good old APU. So first things first, we're going to check the cabin filter. I already pulled these off, but they just clip on. Pull that off, clip that off, and then this will release, and your cabin filter is down in here. Come here. Kind of have to wiggle it out. And it's a little dirty, so we'll get that out. And then that's step number one. And we just turned the truck on, so it's not frozen yet, but we're definitely getting some condensation off the expansion valve down there. So we'll see what that is. Good old AC problems. I mean, it's dirty, but that's definitely not going to be the main problem. Something else is going on for it to not get airflow. Still going to change it though. So that's the filter. Our compressor's brand new, so it could have a tiny, tiny leak somewhere. Of course, we did new O-rings in the back when we did that, but it could have a tiny leak at the expansion valve either here, or there's another expansion valve underneath that, in that door, underneath the bunk for the rear unit. So something could be leaking, but we're gonna wait till we get back to Hey Guy. Right now, we'll just top off, change the filter, and I might just do the blower motor just to have peace of mind. It's only $170, but yeehaw, that's it. All right, first things first, get your carpet free, pull this back, and then these little studs right here, you'll have 2 nuts on there, and that holds in this right here. A lot of these, this I pried off. They're just pushed on by little washers, so you pry those off, and it'll go back on because there's little places for it to hook back in, but they just won't be secure. But hey, it stays in place pretty dang good. And after that, these little clips right here, you just have to pull them off like that. Just have it back to them, and they'll be all the way around. Those little guys, keep track of those. You're gonna need to put it back together, and once you get all that free, it'll release it, and that's where your blower motor is right there. We got a lot of water in here, so it definitely is freezing up or something, and that's probably what's causing our problem. All right, well, first of all, thank you, Boom Truck Crane, for letting us use you as a prop. But all right, first things first, filter. Pretty dirty, pretty new. That was $20 just for the filter. Then we had 2 expansion valves. I don't know which one's front or back. I think this one's front, I don't know. But I should have done those when I did the AC. I didn't, so we're gonna do those now. But the rear one, they say, is like a 4-hour job. It's underneath all the bunk and all the plastic. So I don't know which one's front or rear, but one was 55 and one was 46. And then this is our resistor. All these little good, cool guys right here. And so part number on resistor, right there. Part number on one of the expansion valves. Part number on the other expansion valve. And there's all the part numbers again. This is for a 2013 Volvo 670. And then the resistor was $73. So we're gonna start with this resistor, which is right behind the blower motor. You pull this out, it just slides right out. See that right there? Those prongs? That's it. And with it being so humid out here, we got a lot of water in there, which means that it might have froze up. So we're gonna recharge the system, do the expansion valves, and see if that fixes our problem. But this will tell us process of elimination. If this doesn't make the blower blow full speed, then we're gonna do this and the blower, $170. Just because we're already in here and we want cold AC. Let's get to it. Okay, so resistor replaced. Not too hard to get the plugs out, but the back side bolt or screw, this side on the other side. Take off the 2 connectors first and push these wires back like you need. It's a feeler. You gotta have your hands back there with a X point, and we're definitely nice. So it wasn't the fan motor, it was the resistor. And we're back pushing hard. All right, we'll do a little recharge because it's cold, but it could be like ice cold, so we definitely have a leak somewhere. But the expansion valves, I'm gonna wait till I can. You want to wait till you can evac the whole system from the Freon, see how much you pull out, because it takes about 4 pounds. And if you pull out less than 4 pounds, you definitely know you have a leak, and you could just check for leaks everywhere. But I'm gonna do that expansion valve after that, so that I don't have any of that problem. So, all right, at least we're blowing hard again, and we're somewhat cold because it was real weak before. So, there we go. Do you like Taco Bell? I like Taco Bell. And the AC is frigid again. I think it's still a little bit low, I'm not sure. I'm gonna top it off, but blower motor is definitely on a different level again. See if there's any nice Kenworths in here today. No, just a couple other ones. Get a little more Taco Bell, a refill. It's Tuesday, so it's the worst day to book loads because of the good old bounce factor, but I'm still trying, so see if we can get something on truck. But right now, I'm hungry. Look at that right there with the school buses. That's Hillcrest High School. That's the shirt I'm wearing today. God willing, my kids will be going there. Let's get up to this pickup. We just got a load, so let's check it out. You know, sometimes it's frustrating in this industry. There was, right where I was this morning, Savannah, Georgia. Pooler, Georgia is another city that's really close to it. It's more the industrial containers coming off the ships kind of area where those are all put on trucks or train and go to everywhere they're going in the country. But I just left there because there was really only a few loads. It was this morning, and I know if there's that little amount of loads, but it's just going to get less and less during the end of the day. There might be a couple that pop up, but nothing. And then Uber had one, and it was only, what was it, $778, something like that. And now that I was all the way back almost to home, or I was coming between Columbia and home, this popped up. Check it out. So it just about doubled. That's just the waiting game I talk about when you're booking loads. I would have taken that if I was still down there and I got on a truck earlier. I could get down to Orlando, but I was already 140 miles away from it, so 110 miles. So I kept heading back home. It's Tuesday, not that much stuff was on there, but then Coyote had this load for $800, and it kept, so you can place offers on the Coyote app. Offer whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I always at least double it or go even higher than double. And they kept coming back when I was offering like $2,000 on this load. They kept coming back at just 800. They did that about 4 times over a span of about, I don't know, I did it once, and then I just waited about 45 minutes, stopped again, and did it again. And then another hour, so about probably 2 hours. And then once the appointment time ends, it's past 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., normally those loads either drop off because they really were a 2 o'clock appointment, that was the deadline, or they'll extend the appointment times and keep taking offers on them, or like they did in my case, they'll just say, okay, that's it, and they accepted it. But now it was a 2 o'clock appointment, and now I'm going to get there at 3:45 because I didn't know I was going to get it, but they just accepted it. So stick to your guns, know your worth. It is a waiting game, even on a Tuesday, and we got almost $6 a mile on 300 miles. So we're going to pick it up. It doesn't deliver until tomorrow later at night. I think it's 9 o'clock, so that's why I liked it also. It lets me stay at home all day tomorrow with my kids, which is ultimately what I'm trying to do, is be in their life as much as possible. So we'll get it. I picked it up before. It's Body Armor, that really good drink that trucking wife loves to drink all the time. She actually has it in the refrigerator right now. But yeah, I've been here before. They're pretty quick unloading. Brand new place just opened up. If you look back a couple videos ago, I took their first load ever. And it's nice to have another place that's an option to take stuff. It's heavy, but it's only 300 miles. So we'll take it. We'll deliver tomorrow. And I did check kind of that Hurricane Laura path that's coming up through the Gulf right now. And it's going to hit more by Houston. So it's not going to come close to me over there. I'll be right by Montgomery, Alabama, just past Atlanta. About as far as I am from Atlanta on the east side. It is on the west side. So 300 miles. Let's split it up. Deliver tomorrow night. Hopefully they're quick about it. It's not a Home Depot, it's not a drop, it's a CCBC or something like that. So who knows what it is, but hopefully they can get it off quickly. I can get some rest tomorrow night and head back towards Atlanta early in the morning. Put something else in the trailer for Thursday morning, and then something short, and then something good for Friday. That would be the ultimate goal. And the Escalade, Trucking Wife's Escalade, we'll do an update on that. Hopefully when I get home, should be getting buttoned up tonight. We should be able to, we got the ECU flashed, getting it tuned so it can identify that it doesn't have active fuel management anymore, and it has a Texas speed cam, so we bumped it up to just a little bit more power. So we'll see how that does. We probably won't even notice it, but we also changed the shift points on the transmission a little bit, so that's cool. Crazy things you can do with electronic vehicles these days, and that poor guy got pulled over by, or poor girl, she's bleeding her case by the undercover Silverado. All right, let's get up here. So you like big roads and you cannot lie. Well, this road and this load are on a giant street called Wade Hampton Boulevard. Pretty close to my house, not too far away. Hopefully they're quick about it. Hopefully they can get it on there and fit me in, because I was supposed to be here 2.5 hours ago if the broker hadn't taken 2 hours to load to broker it. Somebody commented before like how big this place is compared to the Northeast. Like it's not always like this. This is the untypical gigantic. I don't know what they were doing with all this room before. Maybe they had a lot of workers because there are painted parking spots. But man, this place is definitely. If you can't back up your trailer here, you might want to come here and learn. It'd be a nice, easy spot to practice. And it looks like there's no trucks here, so that should be good for me. And that BMW is the guy that I first met when I first came here, so nice and easy turnaround here. This is a tandem sliding place. So let's just put it close to this door and see if they want me in the first door like they did last time. They just sprung Montgomery, Alabama on me, 9971. Is that be okay? There you go. You're like, yeah. And they had it booked for 2 o'clock, but then they didn't. They took like 2 hours to come and to agree with me on the rate. So all good.
Go ahead and sign in.
I'm in the second door. Is that cool? You want the first door?
Yeah, you good.
I'm in the second door. Cool. You always like it when you just hit the dock and they're already loading you. So that's awesome. Should be done quick. I'm the only truck here, and the last one of the day, they said. Got our $55 expansion valve. You can see me through it. But I think that's my biggest problem I'm having right now, because it seems like the blower or the resistor was part of the problem, but on top of that, that evaporator that I put in there, it is freezing up, so that's blocking the airflow. So with that new filter, and once I replace these and recharge the system, we should be good to go for a while, because everything else has been done. But under this bunk, because my back AC started getting a little warm maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so that's when I started noticing something was going wrong. And now the front, so hope I can get to it. It should be fun. But here's the Hillcrest Rams. Yeah, high school that truck and wife went to, and hopefully our boys will go to if everything goes to plan. But it's a waiting game. Know your worth. Stick to your guns. Same motto I use every time. Repetitive. You know, get a load. And this one doesn't deliver till 9 o'clock tomorrow night, so lets me be home all day tomorrow, because I'm only like 15 miles from my house right now. So it's nice when it works out this way. It always doesn't always. I mean, but you can stick to your guns, especially in the market right now, and get $6 a mile on 300 miles. So, or I think it's like 571 or 570, 580 mile, whatever. Still pretty dang good. And then I'll be able to come back to Atlanta on Thursday morning early, hopefully get something either going towards Charlotte, maybe going all the way up to PA, or maybe going back to Florida, get something good there, and then if it's a next day drop, maybe, and it's early, I can probably get something on the trailer Friday. But just like last Friday I didn't, but we'll see. But then last Friday I also had Target for 12 hours, so that's why. So God bless. We're getting loaded, body armor. Let's get home, get some dinner with truck and wife, and then see what we can do tomorrow with these crazy kids. And that hurricane, for anybody living off of the coast, the Gulf Coast, gotta be with you. See what happens down there. Looks like it's only gonna be a category 2 or 3 by the time it hits land, but still, that's pretty high winds. It's like 115 mile an hour winds. So, all right, till tomorrow. That's a little AC for you if you do have a Volvo. I imagine most systems on every other truck are probably similar, but Volvo's pretty easy how that blower motor just slides right out. And the resistor was all kind of oxidized on these little prongs it has, so it did need to be replaced. You can kind of see that oxidization in there. I don't know what that is, if that has anything to do with it, but we just replaced it. $70, peace of mind. It's a brand new Volvo by the time I'm done with this thing. Now I'll be able to start all over again on a new one. Make that one all cool and clean. Yeah. I can't wait for football to start either. I've been watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just because Tom Brady. I'm not a huge Tom Brady fan, but I appreciate what he has done with his life and how he's overcome things. And he's a grudge holder. Like, he knows every single guy that was drafted before him as a quarterback. If you watch this, I think it's called the Something 6. Watch that on ESPN. It's a little documentary. It's an hour long. It teaches you like his life from Michigan all the way to being that 199th pick in the draft. So pretty cool. But yeah, Tampa Bay, it's like going through their training camp right now, and I'm excited. September 13th, I think, is their first game versus the Saints. And then they actually come to North Carolina to play the Panthers, I think, I don't know, 6th or 7th week of the season. So that'd be cool. Done rambling. God bless. Go Hillcrest Rams. Who knows if we're going to go there, but hey, whatever. And that's a little AC for you guys.